Welcome all. Today's session is on JavaScript function. So in every programming language, there is functions are there. So what is the function? Function is a block of code to design to perform particular task. Means this is the block of reusable block of code. We can call that block of code again and again. In spite of writing the large code, if I want to perform some functionality, I will just pass the parameter to that function and return my output. And I can call that function multiple times. So first of all, JavaScript function is a block of code designed to perform particular task. If I want to perform some operation, so I call same function again and again. I just change the parameter which I will pass. Okay. So JavaScript function executed when something invoke or something will call it. Okay. So here you can see my function P1 and P2. So P1 and P2 parameter I am passing and it return the multiplication of that parameter. Okay. So basically who someone is invoking means who call that function, we'll see afterwards. So function syntax, we'll see the functions and how we write the function. While writing the function, we need to use the keyword function keyword you need to use. Okay. After that, you need to write the function name here. Then function name, then we pass the parameter to the function. Here we can see how we can pass the parameter. In the We pass the parameter in the parenthesis. After that, in a curly braces, what action we want to perform, we write our code here. Okay, so this is the common syntax which is used or which is referred while writing the function. Okay, so we'll see how we can write the function and how we can invoke those functions. Okay, so moving towards our visual code, this is my plain HTML. Okay, plain HTML. In that you can see here script tag is there. Okay, so what I want to do, I just write one function here, say sum function, say sum. Okay, and I pass the two parameters a and b. Okay, and what I do, I'll say here I will display the a and b here. Okay, I will display the sum of a and b in one. Consider I will create here in a body, I will add one para tag. In that p tag paragraph, I just set the id and I will set the sum to that tag. I'll say result to it. Okay, and tag. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to set this result means sum a and b. Here function I have as is function. This is my function name. Okay, and these are the parameters. Okay, function name. This is a function name. This is a function keyword, and this is parenthesis. We pass the parameter. Means this is not a mandatory. You need to pass if you want to perform some functionality. Means you just pass some value, then you will get the different result against that value. So we'll see how we can display the result. Okay, so here I will say var c, and I say I have declared another variable c, and I say a plus b here. Okay, so here in this a plus b, I want to display document it to my uh, para tag. Okay, get element by id, and my id is the result is my id. Okay, so I'll say result is my paragraph id, and I want to display in inner html, and I'll say display the output. So output here in a c variable, output is there. I'll say c here, stop here. Okay, so my function is here. Okay, this is sum is the function name. I pass the two parameters. Okay, a and b. Okay, but as of now, as you can see, I am passing these two parameters. Okay, I'm just pass these two parameters. I have declared this a and b requires some value. If I call this function, this a and b will require some value here. Okay, so what I do, I just for simple understanding, I'll say some. You can see here, IntelliSense gives us the function here, and I will say 10 and 20. Okay, so comma. I pass the parameter 10 and 20 as a value. Okay, now see here. I pass the function sum 10 and 20. Then this value will goes here. It call this function sum. It goes here 10, 20, and it here a plus b. It assign the value to c, and c result will display here. Okay, so we'll check the output how it will display. So I will go here and I will say here Chrome. You can see my output is here. Okay, like this way we can see the output 30 is displayed here. I will change my parameter. Okay, I'll say I change my parameter. I want to perform some summation here. Okay, so again I save, I refresh it, my output is here. Here you can see that I just change the parameter. I pass the different parameter, it gives me the different result. Okay, so that is not means I do not require to write again and again like this document dot inner HTML like this. No need to write again and again. If I want to perform 278, okay, tomorrow I want to perform some different addition. Again I need to write complete the code here and say I want to perform this addition 119 and 27. Okay, but in spite of writing this entire code, what I do, I just see we can we'll get the result, here also. Here 46 is displayed here because uh, see here we are setting this 46. Okay, that's why it's the 46 is displaying here because same paradigm. But what happened, we need to write again and again here. Okay, in spite of writing again and again, what we are doing is whenever I want to change, I just change the parameter. I just change the parameter and my result will be displayed here. Okay, you're getting. So no need to write again and again. I use the same code, as it is, which is called a reusability, So in function there is a one more important point is function is a block of code designed to perform particular tasks and reuse same task again and again. Okay, again and again by changing the parameter. Okay, so what is the parameter? So these are the parameters. It's called as parameter. Whatever we write here in uh, parentheses, those are called as parameters. So if I change the value, then it changes behavior. Okay, so see here what exactly happened. Okay, what exactly happened, I just show you. Means this value goes here to this a, this value goes here to b. Okay, now a and b, now this value is here, it take in this function, then we are doing sum here, and I set this in this third variable and it display the output. Or we can directly say this a plus b here also, not required to uh, do some different operations. Okay, so like this way we can directly call the function here. Okay, so if you think that if I can write this like this way also. Let's control X. Oh, okay, I call the function. I call this function below this function. Okay, I save this. I display the output. Okay, displaying my output here. Okay, so I can write here also. Call means function calling means, again I'm saying, means it call when I call this sum in a bracket. Okay, when I say sum, then it check that there is a sum function. Okay, there is a sum function in this JavaScript code. There is some function is there, sum, and then bracket. Then JavaScript compiler understand that there is some function is there and it will call that function, and these are the two parameters. Whatever the two parameter, it will assign to this two variable a and b, and then this a and b is used in this function, and this is a function. We write perform our operation here and display it here. Okay, so this is the way of this is the reusable. Okay, these things are reusable. I can pass different parameter and reuse again and again. This is the beauty of the function. Okay, you are getting. So this is the beauty of the function. Okay, now next thing what I do now, here you can see, if you can see here, if I scroll down, you understand the function syntax. So event, okay, event, when function will get called, here how we call, we directly, here how we call, we directly write the function here and we call that function. Okay, but here we can see here, when it in when event occur, when user click the button. Okay, when user click the button, if I want to perform some operation, if I click, means I will take one button, and on that button click I want to perform some addition, subtraction, or some operation. Okay, so how I can do that? So what you need to do, I will take this on button click. So how I invoke, when button click event will occur, when button click event will occur, then it will call the that particular function. So see here, button here on click, and in that I'll say sum, and I pass my parameters here. Okay, I'll say 299, 29 and 56. Okay, these two parameters I'm passing, and I'll close here, and I give it say display result. Okay, my button name is display result. Okay, display result is my button name. Now once I click on that button, what it do, it will call this function. Okay, once I click on this button, I'll show you the output and explain the code, of course. Okay, I refresh this, I refresh it. Okay, if I display, you can see it displays the result there, display result. Okay, so you understand that means I have given here one button. On this button, once I click on that button, it call this function here. Okay, I just remove this section. Okay, I just remove this, not required. Okay, this is another way. On click, once I click, so here what happened, here here once I click this function here, so what I do, it will call, it check that on click. On click is a button event, button having different kinds of events. Okay, so which we will get in events video. Okay, so in here, now if I call this function on click, it check that there is some function is there, then it take this value 29 and it assign to this a, and this is to b. Okay, and then it display the, here it will do the operation a plus b and display the result. So if I'll change this value, then it will display the different result. Okay, so how this way we called it, means we invoke, here I called it as we invoke the function on button click. You can say that, here you can use a different word like invoke, or okay, you can say invoke or call. Okay, here you can say the on click I invoke the function, or I call the function with the parameter a and b, and it display the output here. Okay, so this is, so you understand that if I want to perform the say here some operation, if I want to perform something different operation, so what I do, I will write the, I will write the different code here. I'll just click here and I copy this, I put here, and I'll say minus. Okay, okay, minus 2956, same. Okay, same, for same variable we are going to perform different operation. I'll say minus here, this is a minus function is there, I copy this minus a, and I say just say a minus b. Okay, a minus b. So these functions, okay, this function having these parameters. Okay, and this function name are same. Okay, name are same, variable names are same, but function names are different. So it identifies the based on the function name on, and call that function. Okay, so display result, so display let's say minus here. Okay, and I say result, so here one more thing, result minus. Okay, go here and say minus here. Okay, so that it will set the valid value. Okay, and go here and output display here. Display result 85. This is the sum, and 27 is a minus, means we minus the like this way. Through the function we just call the function, and we perform our whatever the operation we want to perform, we can perform. Here this function is doing minus operation. I just need to pass the parameter and use the same code. No need to write again and again same uh, this code again and again. Just once I will write and it will display me the output. Okay, so again here when it is invoked from JavaScript code. Earlier we have invoked it using the JavaScript code, means I directly call this function. This is called directly invoke from the JavaScript code. This is called directly invoke from JavaScript code, and these are the different ways to call the function. How we can invoke means how we can call the function. So when event occurs, when it is invoke means call the JavaScript, and automatically self invoke. We'll discuss on this self invoke in afterwards session. The important thing, why there is a function. Many times this question asks to you, why functions? Okay, you use the code, define the code once and use it many times. Okay, you can use the same code many times with the different arguments or produce the different result. As you can see here, you can see I can pass the different value and produce the different result. Means I'll say some, pass the different parameter and it will display the different result. So you understand the purpose of the function. Okay, so sometimes what happens, I want here we are doing the operation on button click and display the output in a para tag. Okay, here we are displaying the output in a para tag. Sometimes what happen, uh, without writing here, I want to return the value. Okay, I just want to return this sum. What I'm saying, I want to return this sum and display. Okay, I want to return this sum and display to some variable. Okay, so when in many functions you will see that there is a return is there. Okay, if I say return C means return the value of C. Okay, so if I say document dot inner HTML, see, yeah, what I'm doing here, and I directly call here sum, and I'll say 10 and 56. Okay, now what happened? Now here I directly say there's a no, I'm not going to click on the button here. In this case, I'm not going to click. It will direct display the result here. How? So here what happened? It will, now I say I directly call here function. Directly call my function through the JavaScript here. I say document dot get element by ID and my with a paragraph element is, and I say sum. Then it directly call this function sum here. 10 assigned to the A, 56 assigned to the B, and then afterwards what happened? A plus B, it assigned the value to C. Then I'm saying return C. Return C means it return the result again back. You are getting? When this return will get called, your function will stop. When this return will get called, your function will get stop. Again, I'm saying when this return will get called, then your function will get stop. Again, I'll save this and I will display you the output. Okay, don't consider these things now. Button, it will be displayed on a page, but don't think on this. Just to concentrate on this section. Okay, I will go there. Now I'll check and refresh it. Now wait, our results is not displaying here. Okay, now what I'm doing, a result here, the result sum 10 and 56 function A and B will get called C and return C. Then why, like, the moment we'll check what is the issue. Press F12. I open my developer tool and check that where is the error. Okay, whenever you have any issue, then developer tool is the best platform to debug your code. Okay, so I refresh this page. On console, you will get the error message. Any error is there? No error. There is no error on my page. Means code is not getting called in correct format. Okay. So what again I will do, result inner HTML sum, and C will get return. What I do, dot element dot HTML. Copy this and paste it here. I remove this section. Okay. Paste it here. Check that. Maybe compiler is not able to recognize this sum function. Okay. Now it's displaying. Okay, because I have written it's above here. The problem is that when it checked at sum and it did not identify this sum function. Now it display the, now here in this case I have explained you, it return the C. Return the C means it returns some result from this function. Means I am giving some input. What input I am giving here? I am giving A, I am giving B here, and it giving me the output here, sum, and it will display in my result paragraph. Okay, so like this way it returns the result. Means when return will get called, means your function will stop the execution. Your function will stop. If after that I'll say something like alerts, yeah, alert, alert, stop. Okay, see, yeah, alert, stop. Then you see what happens here. Again I go out here and okay, as you can see you can see here in my JavaScript, you can see alert stop is there, but alert is not getting called because the reason is this return, this return. What happened here? This return will this return the compiler. Okay, compiler here directly. Then it will not getting called. This alert will not get called because return is getting called here. Okay, then means your compiler read this and read display, and it say you get the return, it go out of this function and come out and display go here. Okay, from where it was called. Okay, then again it come back and then alert will not display. Okay, so that's why whenever, now what I do, I just display this alert below this. Okay, now you will get here. Now I just display this alert below. Okay, alert display alert. Now this alert below the above the return. Okay, alert above the return. Okay, now see, now what happened. Now I will go output window. Sorry, my output and refresh. Okay, see, stop is getting called, and then result is display you're getting. So that's what I means, alert is getting called and then we'll go, it goes here and then it return the result here. So this is about the function. Okay, you're getting, this is all about the function, and then we'll discuss more on this in the upcoming sessions. Why function? The important thing is that we can reuse the code, define the code once, it use it in many times. You can use the same code many times with a different argument and procedure to display the different result. So if someone asks you what is the function, this function, you just, these 2 points are important only. Okay, so you just need to say these 2 points, these are the 2 points are important. What is the function? Okay, so JavaScript function is a block of code assigned to perform some particular task. You can use the same code many times with a different argument and procedure to do produce a different result. So that is about the function. Okay, so we'll see in next session about the variable time, means the scope of variable in a function, local variable, global variable. We'll check that. Okay.